All right, friends, we are back here learning another method for two-digit multiplied by two-digit numbers. Yesterday, we talked about the box method, which is totally fine if you want to keep using that, but I am going to teach you one more method today. I have to be honest, it's a little bit strange, and it doesn't really have a name. This is the method that I learned when I was in fourth grade, and for some reason, it's always stuck with me. So I'm going to teach it to you because I have not forgotten it, and that was a long, long, long time ago. I guess if you wanted to name it something, you could call it maybe like the bedtime method or the nighttime method or the family method. And you'll see why it's called that here in just a second. I know it sounds kind of strange, but I'm going to show that to you, and maybe hopefully it will make sense to you here in just a second. So we're going to take the problem 27 times 34. And I'm going to be switching my colors here so I can explain it a little bit better. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to multiply the ones column. So I'm going to take that 4 and I'm going to call that the youngest son, or I could say the youngest daughter, depending on whatever you prefer. And I'm going to say that the youngest son or daughter kisses mom goodnight, which would be the 7. What I have to do there is I have to multiply, which would be 28, but I need to carry that 2 up to the top. So now that the youngest son or the youngest daughter has kissed mom goodnight, now the youngest son or daughter needs to kiss dad goodnight. So that would be multiplying the 4 and the 2 and then adding the 2. So I would multiply 4 times 2, which is 8, and add the 2, which would be 10. And I could put that all down underneath. Here's what I need to do next. I need to cross off that 2 because I'm already finished using that. Then the little son or the younger daughter decides that they need to wake up and get a cookie from the pantry. So we are going to draw that cookie right there, or that 0 right there. And then what we need to do is we need to move over another place value to the older son or the older daughter. In this problem, it would be the 3. So now what's going to happen is the 3 is going to multiply by the 7, or is going to, what we would say, kiss mom goodnight. So I would do 3 times 7, which is 21, but I need to put the 1 down here and carry up the 2. Now the oldest son or daughter is going to kiss dad goodnight, which would be 3 times 2, but then I need to add that 2 on the top. So I need to do 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 2, which is 8. And then I would need to add to get the total, which would be 8 plus 0 is 8, 0 plus 1 is 1, 8 plus 1 is 9 for 918. So that is the bedtime or the family or the goodnight method. That is the method that I learned when I was younger, and it has helped me solve these problems. So hopefully it helps you too. I'm going to do one more problem like that so that it makes a little bit more sense, and hopefully that you catch on to this method quickly. Again, we're going to take the 2-digit by 2-digit. This time I'm going to take 63 times 92. And we are going to start in that ones column. And remember, we start with the bottom number saying that that is the youngest daughter or the youngest son who kisses mom goodnight. So we would do 2 times 3, which is 6. There's nothing I have to carry here, so I don't really need to do any adding. But I need to take that youngest son or that youngest daughter, and that youngest son or daughter now needs to kiss dad goodnight, which would be the 6. So I need to do 2 times 6, which is 12. But then I have to remember that the youngest son decides to get up and get a cookie. So I need to place that 0 right there for my placeholder spot. Then what I need to do is I need to multiply across using the oldest son or the oldest daughter, which in this problem, it would be the 9. So I need to take the 9 and kiss mom goodnight, which would be 9 times 3 for 27. I'm going to put my 7 down there, and I'm going to add my 2 at the top. The next thing that I need to do is I need to have the oldest son or the oldest daughter kiss dad goodnight, which should be 9 times 6, but then I need to add 2. So 9 times 6 is 54. I need to add that 2 for a total of 56. The next step in the problem that I need to do is just add after they've all said their goodnights. So I need to add my ones column, which is 6 plus 0 for 6. My tens column, 7 plus 2 for 9. My hundreds column, 6 plus 1 for 7. And my thousands column would just stay 5. So my total